with you guys for ground beef and potato ball, and this was requested by one of my subscriber and one of my viewer, so I will show you guys my version of ground beef and potato ball. So guys, for the ground beef and potato ball, I have 4 large potatoes here. This is about 1.5 pounds of potato. I already peeled and washed them. I'm gonna cut them into small cubes so they can cook faster, and then I will cook them in some salt water until they're nice and soft and tender. Guys, for the ground beef and potato ball, I have some ingredients here that I'm gonna be adding to the ground meat to flavor it up, as well as the potato. So I have 3 headless green onion from my garden. I have about 3 stems of flat leaf parsley. I have some fine leaf thyme from my garden, and I have a whole hot wirrie pepper. It's not overpoweringly hot, but it have a nice kick. I have 2 cloves of garlic, and I have a whole onion that I'm gonna chop up, and I'm gonna season the meat, but I'll show you guys as I go along, and I'll put some of this seasoning into the potato to flavor it up as well. So guys, my potatoes cooking, and as soon as that's done, I will move along with the next step. Guys, I'm gonna check this potato. I believe it's done. I'm just gonna try a piece on the side here. Yep, it is done, and I will strain it out, and I'm gonna mash it and leave it to cool. So guys, I just mashed the potato, and it's better to work with when it's cold, so I'm gonna leave it to cold. In the meantime, I'm gonna start working on the ground beef. So as soon as the potato is cold and the ground beef is cold, I'm gonna start rolling off. So guys, in this pan here, I have about 1/2 teaspoon of oil, and what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna add my ground beef, and I have about 1 pound here. I have a little bit over 1 pound of ground beef, and I'm gonna put this in first into the oil. Now be careful, okay? So I'm gonna cook this up a little before I start adding any seasoning to this, and I'm gonna add some salt right now because the salt is gonna help it to lose its natural water, and it's gonna help it to cook a little bit faster. So I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm gonna do that right now. I have to turn on the stove back because I had it off a little. So 1 teaspoon of salt at this point, and that's gonna help it to release its natural juice and water. So the salt is the first thing, and then now I'm gonna add some black pepper, and then I will let this cook for a while until all the water and its natural juices is gone. So I have about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and that's going in right now. And then all I want to do is mix in the salt and the black pepper properly. So I'm gonna do that. And guys, if you want, you can make this with ground chicken, or you can make it with any ground meat of your choice. You can also make this dish with some cheese inside, like a cheese roll with the potato over it. But I'm gonna fry this up. I'm gonna give it like 3 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you guys how it looks. Okay guys, we're gonna check this. I cover it to cook with the cover on. So now here it's cooking up, and what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start adding my seasoning, and I'm gonna keep adding all the flavors. Now I'm gonna put it on medium, and here I'm gonna add my thyme, and I have about 2 stems. I'm just gonna pull it roughly. Whatever stem go into the pot, that's fine. That have a lot of flavor as well. And I find thyme season up this ground meat very nicely. It gives a nice flavor. So you want to pull it backwards. There's a big piece of stem here. You want to pull to get it off, you just pull the thyme backwards, and the leaves will just fall out in your hands, and then you can that's what you're looking for. These are the very fine Jamaican thyme, so it's quick to break the stem, but that's fine. The stem have a lot of flavor. You can always fish that out later, but I usually, if any fall in, I usually leave it in, and it gives a very good flavor. So now I want to add the next very strong ingredient is my onion, and I have it chopped up here. That was the onion I showed you guys earlier. So there goes the onion, the flat leaf parsley, green onion, and some hot pepper. And I want to grate my garlic, but I'll add that in a few minutes. So these are going to cook with all these ingredients that I add. We're going to let all the onions and everything that I just add to soften up a little bit. And ground beef tend to be dry, especially if it's lean, and this is a lean ground beef. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of water to cook it so it's not too dry, because now it already released its natural water. So I'm going to add a little bit of water right now. Okay guys, so I'm going to add the water, and I'm adding about half a cup of water because I want this to cook properly, and that's going to help to soften up the meat, the ground meat, instead of being too dry. And then I'm gonna grate my 2 cloves of garlic in here. So I'm gonna do that right over the meat like that, because this will give a nice flavor. You can also cut your garlic, like finely chop it before you put it into the pot, but I like to do it fresh over the meat like that. So I'm gonna finish grating this. I'm gonna cover it again and let it cook until that water is cooked out and the ground beef is nice and soft. If it's not too soft the way you want it, guys, you can add some more water or liquid, and you don't want to leave it wet when you're done, because it's not gonna hold properly with your potato. You want to make sure that the water is cooked out, but you also want the meat to be nice and soft instead of being dry. So I'm gonna cover this for another 3 minutes. I'll come back and show you guys how it looks, but look how the seasoning is showing up in all parts of the meat. That's gonna flavor it up well, and it's gonna have a beautiful, beautiful taste. Guys, I'm gonna check this out, and it is looking good. So see, all the water is evaporating, and it's even sticking, and it looks a little bit brown at the edges. So I'm gonna open the pan, and that's gonna help all this extra liquid to cook out, and it's looking nice. I like how I'm seeing those little bits and pieces of pepper and greenery in here. So this have about a minute more or so, and then I'm gonna turn it off, have my dinner. In the meantime, it's cooling off, and then I will start rolling them off to start the frying process. Now it's done. I pull it on the side, and I put like something on the bottom to lean all the oil to drip on the side, because I don't want the oil to be left into the meat. And I just start frying it with like half a spoon of coconut oil, but this meat had a little bit of oil from it, so it will reduce more. And if I roll this into my potato, it's gonna become soft and oily and all that. So I'm doing this to drain it out, like pull the meat on the side, and I'm gonna take a spoon and dip that out and leave the rest to drain out while it's cooling. So that's another way of getting all the oil to drip out of the meat, so you don't run into problem when you're rolling it. Guys, we're gonna add some seasoning to this potato. So I'm gonna add about a half a teaspoon of salt. We need to flavor this up as well. And this doesn't take much, but we still want to make sure that it's flavorful. So I'm gonna add one teaspoon of green seasoning, and this is gonna flavor the potato nicely. I have garlic, green onion,
and I can smell the pepper,
thyme, and some pepper, which is very, very nice for flavoring this potato. So I'm just gonna mix this in nice And guys, you can taste the potato after you finish mixing in the season, and if you need to add anything else, you can always add it before you roll them off. So feel free to taste your potato after you finish, because I'm gonna do that. And then if it needs a little pinch more salt, I will add it right now. So after I finish rolling it off, I can't adjust it then. So this is the time. Ball. So you just take some potato, make an opening, and then what you want to do here is to take some of the ground meat and you nicely place it in the center. And you can make this bigger or you can make it into smaller tiny ones, but I'm gonna do some medium size today. And you just want to take another part, just if you want to show this, and then for the top part you're going to take some more of the potato, make another opening, and then you cover it up like that and make sure it's sealed like this. So I'm just going to make sure that it's sealed so it's not, the meat is not going to come out, and then you make it to a ball like that. So I'm gonna like that, and then I'm gonna rest it here. And then guys, another way that you can do this, you can make them what my friend from Colombia used to do. She would mix the ground meat along with the potato like that, like mix it in like this, and she would mix it together like that, and then she'll roll it off and fry it. But I'm making the one in the middle, so this is another way that you can do it too. Look at that. So when you bite in, it's all over. But today I'm just gonna make the one in the middle. So you can make it any which way you like, any shape, any style. Just taste your potato for flavoring and just taste your ground meat. So I'm gonna do another one to show you guys. So same concept. You make a little opening, you put some potato, make sure you remember to get those thyme out of it, and you can fill as much as you like, but you're gonna have to make a bigger covering for the outer part. And then you take your other side and you make another opening, and then you put it on the top like that, and make sure that you're sealing it so the meat filling is not falling out. And then I'm going to show you guys when I'm ready to fry what I do, but it's similar to when you're making the egg ball. You're just trying to cover up the meat inside, but when you cut this in the cut it into half, you'll see how beautiful they look inside. So guys, I'm going to keep on doing the process, and then I'll show you guys when I'm ready to fry. So guys, these are the ground meat ball. I filled them out and I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. When I fry them, this is how small I make them, not too big. I have here some flour and I put some turmeric because it's gonna give it a nice color. After I finish, I'm gonna mix that in. And I have some egg here, so I'm gonna roll those in the egg batter, and then I'm gonna dip it in the flour and turmeric, and then I will fry it in the hot oil. But I'm gonna show you guys when I'm frying, and it's almost there, so we're gonna start the frying process. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just rolling them here into the egg batter, and then I'm gonna put them over here, and then I will roll them back into the flour and the turmeric mixture. So I'm gonna do that, and then it's gonna get a nice color. I'm gonna put them into the oil, and then I'll keep doing that. Like, I'm gonna continue to do them like that. I'll put in about 3 or 4 and then hurry up the process. So I'm gonna do this and see how nice it looks. And the turmeric is gonna give it such a beautiful color after we finish frying it. So that's how I usually fry mine. I don't know if some people make a big thick batter, like a wet batter, and they cover it up with it, but I never tried that way. I always do it this way. So come close, don't get it wrong and all anything.
Okay. I think I have it on good.
Yeah, take it out. Here are the beauties. This is the second batch and they're done, and look how beautiful it look in color. I like when I add the turmeric because it add that extra nice color on the finish. And these are ready and done. I'm gonna let it cool off a little and then I'm gonna cut one so you guys can see how it look from the inside. But that's all it is, guys, and this is the ground beef and potato ball. Guys, this is the plate of the ground beef and potato ball. I'm gonna just get a nice big one because I want to show you guys how it look in the inside. We are going on a trip today, so I make these a snack because we're still a little bit careful on buying food out. So I just want to cut the inside, and this was requested by one of my viewer and subscriber. Look at that. So hope you guys like this recipe. Hope it was very easy to follow. So all the goodness is in the inside. So I'm gonna taste and let you guys know how this tastes. So let's go, Matthew. I'm gonna give this a nice big bite. So guys, I'm gonna this goes very nice with some mango sour or some hot sauce, but I'm just gonna try and take a bite of it as it is. But look how nice it is, guys. And to all my viewers and all my subscribers, cheers to you guys. This bite is for you, and I hope this step was easy to follow because this was a request from one of my viewers. Please like this video, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. You only have to subscribe to one video. Until then, let me try for you guys. Cheers. What a beautiful snack food to go on a picnic. It is so nice. The potato is well seasoned and the ground beef is so well seasoned in the inside. With a nice glass of drink or lemonade, this would do perfect for a picnic today. So guys, hope you like this video. Until then, leave me a comment, let me know what you would like me to make next. Until then, bye for now.